Uh-oh.
This movie exists. Don't know how I feel about it. I don't know how this was made. Because it goes places. Places that somehow still exist in 2022. Alright. Just one the intro. Be prepared. Hold on to your butts. It's gonna be a long one, but please stick with it. Okay, so hi, my name is Blazie, and welcome to my review of Marmaduke 2022, starring that stoner-looking dude Pete Davidson as Marmaduke and J.K. Simmons. What? J.K. freaking Simmons? I mean, not the weirdest thing I've seen him in recently.
It's a great service you're performing here, Wes. A service no one but you can perform.
Okay, if you could just be quiet.
Of course.
That's a movie called Glorious, where J.K. Simmons plays a bathroom stall that's actually an eldritch god from H.P. Lovecraft's universe. You want more on that? Let me know. But yeah, so, I watched this movie that has burping, farting, inflation, alien stomach chest burster figgies, skinny trick people that put femboys to shame, bad voice acting most of the time when the voices like don't even match the movement or there's just like no movement at all, and of course, racist caricatures. Oh boy! It got to a point where I'm just like, should I be watching this? This feels a little racy, and boy do they play on those stereotypes. So I'm just going to talk about this movie and all the scenes, because there's a lot to talk about. I already had a page of notes before the 10-minute mark. So let's talk about it. For one, there's so many locals. How many people worked on this movie and how? Because this is what the characters look like. A bunch of people worked on this. Like, the opening looks nice and colourful until you see the characters and realise, oh, it's one of these animated movies. So the family is having a party. Marmaduke isn't allowed outvote as he ruins everything, the father says. Which, goddamn, the mum then has a huge badonkadonk. But not only that, she has boob jiggle physics, and it's just, why does she have jiggle physics? And then the large kids bouncing around just looks absolutely hilarious. What am I watching? What am I watching? Ah! Why am I wasting my time on this? Because it's hilariously bad, that's why. Like here, the dad sets himself on fire and it just looks atrocious. But oh, it gets worse. So we do see he's not a very obedient dog, that's what Marmaduke is all about. And then his dad, aka Phil, starts cooking his favourite meat, but he ends up just kind of falling asleep, has a weird dream, then a bee attacks him, which he splatters all over a wall. But it's okay, it was still alive. But then what's all the bug juice? Did the bee just jizz? Am I wrong? Anyway, they fight, and Marmaduke slips and goes through the window, and then comes down looking as though it's higher than a house somehow, and crashes down into the portal, and it looks terrible. Absolutely terrible. Just look at this. The water is like jello or something that hits the pet cat, clown dude, and the dad. And, like, also the fact there were, like, kids in the pool who disappeared in the next shot. I guess they just shot into space, I guess. I wouldn't put it past this movie. And then in the next shot, everyone is just surfing on it. It's so bad. And then the house becomes completely flooded. Like, how deep was the pool? And how did such a skinny dog create such an explosion of water? Yeah, I get it's a cartoon movie. I do. I get it. It's a cartoon movie. But at least have some little bit of realism, I guess. Like, Road Water cartoons have more realism than this. So the parents now want to take him to a obedience school. Though, same time, a video of Marmaduke has gone viral with over 1 million hits. No YouTuber or TikToker says hits. Why does Hollywood think we use the word hits? They're views. Just call them views. Also, what's with that pose? The clip is also on ENT, not ET, ENT. And the news anchor person is all like, a dog like that is impossible to train. How do you know it's being a bad dog? Maybe it was thrown out of the window. Watching the news is a dog trainer who is the world's greatest dog trainer, but needs a challenge. And well, he now has one, and then he laughs and like he makes himself cough. Classic overused joke.
I will show the world that I can train any dog.
Next scene, the kids have this little setup to get photos with the dog, and this zoom out with the characters looking so stiff and barely moving like Marmaduke doesn't until the very end. But yeah, it's bad. The trainer named Guy shows up, making him out to be a villain kind of thing with the faces he makes, but nope, he ain't a villain, he never is. It's weird. He tells them he wants to train a dog. They try to be funny here with him and like not letting the dog get his food, so funny, haha, I don't know. So there's basically a world-famous dog show that's going to happen where they can win $1 million. So, of course, the dad agrees to it. Next, the boy acts like a cowboy, climbs on Marmaduke, and gets him to chase the cat. And, of course, they break stuff and one over dad, and then says, like, only the trainer can help. I'm sorry, just, like, but maybe raise your kid to not ride your dog like a horse? This is on you being a bad dad, not on the dog. So now Duke is in a field with Guy training him, taking off his tag and just calling him Dog. Again, the backgrounds here look nice and colourful, but the models are so stupid looking. I can't take it seriously. Like, why so skinny? Marmaduke has had enough and goes to leave, but it stops, so he was just like, oh, I'll fight you using a classic line of thunder, lightning, and tornado, and the other one.
You might want to close your eyes, Puddin'.
And yeah, the dude is just like, yeah, let's fight. Woo, now we have animal abuse in this movie too. Guy just straight up kicks a dog and then gets a face full of saliva covered tongue, which yeah, looks terrible, of course, as it coats his face very weirdly. They really can't do fluid animations in this movie. Guy does a whole ball trick thing with a red cape coming out of nowhere, of course, and then magically Marmaduke grows bull horns, of course, and ends up inside a tree going up and then smacking down constantly on branches, and we get this lovely face as he smacks his non-existent nuts. Guy somehow does a spirit kick thing that he calls the kick that isn't there. I wonder if that will make an appearance again. So now Marmaduke, being beaten into submission, thinks he's cool, but back home the boy wants to ride him again. Like, yep, where's your child, White? Who is the real problem here? So the dad gives him a chair they normally fight over, that is all prettied up, and then of course, since the chair is covered in dog bone lights, he tries to eat them and gets zapped. Yeah, that's on the dad making them look like food he eats. Yeah, this is definitely the family's fault he's the way he is. Like, everything is all sad now, and like, why? It was one day of training that he was away from his family. I don't know, I don't care. So now he gets dragged out by Guy, who legit breaks into the house to steal him, goes back to the park, and just raises a TV out of the ground like he's Elon Musk or something. So now training montage as he tries to straighten him out, tries to get him into control his eating, and then move around posts, all with his fancy gadgets that come out of the ground. Just so they could use the exact same field and add in just some pots for the dog to interact with. Yeah, anyway, he fails pretty bad, gets a nightmare where the animation for him goes crazy, it just looks stupid, but slowly he gets better and at the end even wants to train. So now he passes the challenges and even jumps through fire, which I like how the character model is going down before he reaches the third hoop, so they raise the model a little. Like, you can see him go down a little during the spin.
What? The spin out?
Of course, his tail ends up on fire. Classic. So Guy, all happy, gives him his tag back, and then it gets really, really gay.
I love you, man.
And then it zooms out, and he starts walking, and then just stops dead, and nothing is moving. It's so bad. Like, how was this okay? So now they're heading to a place to sign him up for a dog show. The dad is off buying a new car because Marmaduke is going to make them rich, and the dad assumes. So again, the dad is the problem here. Because if that doesn't work, which, spoiler alert, it doesn't, but the car is never brought up. We get these guys introducing a dog that comes in looking oh so fancy and pretty, which is Zeus, voiced by J.K. Simmons. As I said before, and yeah, he is well voiced, he is fun. He's like the only good, like, decent character. He believes he'll be the next world champion, and so is very up himself. But, like, there's, like, a moment where he talks to the crowd, which is very weird. Like, moments like this, they're like, can I understand them? No, they can't, as they did show Marmaduke barking. But then they have moments like this where they talk to the humans, and it's just really confusing.
Come on, people, don't be shy. Come on up and take a close look at the future world champion.
So, I don't know, there's some kind of shampoo that they're selling too that makes Zeus all pretty or something that comes into play later. Zeus comes down and teases Marmaduke, and then Guy disguised for no reason at all, as people later know that he is a trainer and do nothing about it. Like, it's so pointless, but whatever. He signs him up for the show here and does call Zeus a pretty princess when they're a dude. A classic male dog look like a female dog joke.
Oh, who's this pretty princess?
So now they're at the dog show, there's a little glitch here, good job animators. And then there's still over an hour left. Oh boy! I love the enthusiasm of this one dog here.
So many new friends to talk to. Yay!
New friends, yay! It's not very enthusiasm. Also, this face is kind of horrifying. For the kids! So Zeus comes in, knocks the dog away, but like knocks his face up over his eyes because cartoon logic, and then he apologizes to Duke and then shows him a big secret, what they're really here for, a tent full of food. So yeah, tricking him. So of course Marmaduke, all drooling, which also looks bad because, again, they can't do fluids, enjoys this big feast himself. And now we get the inflation big belly moment. I'm sure I put into the thumbnail or at the start because, yep, here it is, with Marmaduke lying on the table burping with a green gas cloud and everything above him, and a big belly from eating everything with lots of sloshing sounds. A lot. I don't know how I feel about that. I'm kind of just fascinated that this exists. Like, the fact they added those kind of sound effects, like, this was definitely the work of someone who has this fetish.
Did my legs shrink?
But oh, it doesn't just end there with belly and burping fetish stuff. With the competition about to start, he sucks in his fat and lets it out with a fart. Of course he does. Of course he does. Gas cloud and all. Fetish movie. He joins the other dog as he walks around. Suddenly all the food appears again because, you know, science. So more inflation, looking like that scene in Alien vs Predator 2.
Uh-oh.
More burping, and more farts as well. Yay! That's what I signed up for. And so now he has to poop, which would be fine. No, what? No, it wouldn't be fine. What the hell is this movie? And I'm only half hour into it! Like, it would be fine if it wasn't, like, for the chest bursters trying to get out of his stomach, basically, is what I'm saying. Like, why would they do that kind of animation? Is that, like, what is that? It's not just, like, whipples, like, when you, like, slap a good ass. So, he tries to go to potty, but can't make it. But he does see a trophy. Yeah, I doubt it's gonna hold any... What am I saying? And then as he's scooting around, he starts bouncing. It bounces up high and comes right down to the trophy. It's going inside his butt, isn't it? I would not be surprised if it ends up in his anus like a wolf dumping a fox at a fur con. But no, in the end, he just sits right down on it and shits into it, creating a huge green grass cloud that covers the entire area. Not something I expected to say in a movie review. They show everyone's reactions with, like, time stopped and an epic music playing. Imagine the music artists here getting asked about this scene. So yeah, that happens. Oh look, Cloud does the SOS joke again. And then it shows all the dead Twitter birds. I mean, the way Elon Musk is handling it, it will look like this. So yeah, Marmaduke has a body count. There's also one girl filming him saying, "It's awesome."
That's awesome!
Told you it's a fetish movie. So of course the trainer gets angry and leaves. The kids get bullied at school for having a farting dog, with one girl calling the dog Scooby Poo. Ha 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 ha. Hilarious. What the fuck was this movie? What? Oh god. So the boy comes home angry and sad, and then Mum and Dad come in to make the dog feel better. Yeah, not the kids, not their kids, the dog. Which, as Dad sits down, he makes a noise, or maybe the dog, I don't know, but it's so weird because his lips don't move or anything. Which, I mean, happens a few times. So their cat also tries to make him feel better, and then the daughter comes home having quit cheerleading because their dog is a loser. What is this plot? What is this? Seriously, what is this? So now he gets an invoice from Guy that's extremely large, and will admit it's one visual joke that works, that the list goes on and on and on and turns into a Star Wars scroll, but it's ruined by two things. The fact that it repeats itself over and over, and then the record scratch sound effect that replace so much in this movie. For example, when he actually saw the bill the first time, and then when he's done, there's another one. It's just, you didn't need to use two within less than 10 seconds.
Huh?
What is it?
Talk about overused like a fox at a furry convention. So, oh no, now they're poor and all sad. Marmaduke runs away in the rain, and we hear a voiceover from previous scenes, making it all a very sad scene. Yes, so sad. Boo-hoo. Then a cat shows up, almost getting itself killed, like just stands there in the middle of a road, but it's because he knows Marmaduke would do anything to save his family. So in the end, he decides that he will try to get back into the show. So next day, he visits Guy, who tells him just to get lost, and so Marmaduke has got to show him that he can be a champion by running all around the world. Yep, sure, movie. I gotta guess he did this all in a day because Guy is wearing the exact same clothing. Because yeah, he goes back to his house with the family cheering him on, the girl especially doing a quick 180 on her side of her hate for him. Something else as well. Hiring Guy is just going to make that bill much larger, you dummies. And yeah, everyone knows Guy trained him, making the whole disguise completely pointless as this crowd never reacts to that's him. But Guy still thinks he's a failure and not worthy, even after running around the world in a day. Though, the next scene, the leg animation with those skinny legs is absolutely hilarious.
If you don't get off my lawn, I'll call the cops.
The boy gets angry at him because he told Marmaduke that he'll make him a champion, but he didn't, so he is the real loser in all this. And this works. He decides to help Marmaduke and another stupid animation walk.
Wait! Nobody's ever called me a failure.
So Guy goes inside, calls up a friend who works at the championship thing to help Marmaduke get in. Which then, there's this weird romantic love interest thing that's like, was this needed? Huh? Who cares about this character? It's so random. They get to the dog show with a red carpet there, and this is where it gets real racist, with lots of racist characters, one after another. The first, of course, is a Chihuahua. That's Mexican. I hate his voice and this face.
What is that delicious smell? Juan Pedro.
He is the spawn of Satan. We got a French poodle, which at least is like a female-looking dog, ready to do the whole male-dog thing again.
If we are true to ourselves, then we have already won.
I'm mistaken. Also, oh no. No. What has this movie become? I mean, it was bad enough, but now racist characters? They even had Mexicans and sombreros. And a Jewish dude with a particularly big nose named Max Noodleman? Of course he'll be called Max. And then last is Zeus. So now inside, Marmaduke is looking over all the dogs and talking to a dude who at least doesn't respond in a way that makes it seem like they're talking. But then he sees the girl he likes, and again, was this needed? Why is her ass shaking so much? I have buns and I don't shake that much. The poodle talks to Marmaduke, and it seems like she'll try and cheat with her, like, good looks. But no, she just straight up likes him and straight up hits on him. And then Zeus comes in, teasing everyone how great he is. And then, of course, the Chinese dog has magical Zen powers. Of course he does. Yep, that's Oasis, alright. So, of course, because they only have so many models, the newscasters are one doing the dog show. So, they're all in line now. This animation on the dog looks horrendous, like he got switched on or something. So, first test is self-control. An announcer did make me chuckle a little.
Now, if I was a dog, ladies and gentlemen, and my wife might say there's no if about it. Oh, she hates me.
So, of course, the Chihuahua has to have self-control over a taco. I don't know if I feel comfortable watching this. I really don't. Farting and shitting into a trophy is one thing, but now going full this? And of course, he can't resist, so he disqualified. So as he gets taken away, Marmaduke sees the Chinese dog and of course talks like this.
To beat the bacon, you have to become the bacon.
So for him, it's pizza, and he imagines himself to be bacon. Literally, it's awful.
You are the bacon.
The crowd cheers as he passes, the dad does a creepy-ass face, Guy eats a pizza whole like a monster while Marmaduke talks without moving his lips.
Marmaduke? Hey, you could have saved me a bite.
Ah, animation. It's so difficult for professionals. So next round is an obstacle course. Zeus is first, who of course passes. One of the judges freaks out with the weirdest voice. Then it's Marmaduke's turn. Zeus pops up to tease him, and randomly there's a shampoo bottle there, because of course there is, that he steps on and it oozes everywhere. So Marmaduke slides down the course, but of course still passes. But then practically kills Guy, while again saying his name without moving his lips. Guy goes to hospital, and so he is pretty much out of the competition. So now feels like, no, we're not quitters, we are going to do it. So they agree to do it as a team themselves. Like I said, they probably should have, because then they're saving money. So now, talent show. English Staffy showing off his strength by lifting the entire stadium. Sure. Poodle Dance, which thank God is very quick, was why we were going to do like a whole dance number. Which has one judge being very rude and not liking any of the dogs and giving them ones. I will get to that soon. Next is the Chinese dog showing off their mystical powers. Oh, movie. You just couldn't help yourself, could you? But oh, I didn't see this coming. The dog starts whapping.
I'm a mystic, gonna be ballistic. Be aware my game stays clear.
And then as soon as it started, it ends. Yikes. That's all I can say. So now Zeus's turn, and essentially the shampoo he has over his fur shoots out everywhere, and somehow, of course, it mind controls everyone into obeying Zeus, including hitting themselves, which he calls them suckers, but like, you had to hurt yourself in the first place. So who's the real sucker here? He, of course, gets a perfect score. Marmaduke does his cowboy act with the kid, and somehow the cat is now here and joins in, so his talent is chasing the cat. But then Cat starts dancing, which is hilarious, the way he keeps saying meow. He has like such a deep voice, I kinda love it. But then they all start dancing. God damn Gundam style!
That isn't talent.
What year did this come out? This year. It came out this year. How are we getting Gundam style in 2022? Zeus gets all moody like, ew, that ain't talent, but starts dancing too. But his face looks more like he is in total bliss. But yeah, much like every other dance number, it ends as soon as it happens. Thank Christ. So they announce the winner, and Zeus wins. But Marmaduke realizes one of the judges is the other trainer for Zeus, and with the help of a Chinese dog, of course, using his powers, Marmaduke reveals they're cheaters, but the real winner is the Chinese dog in the end. Not Marmaduke. Meaning, they now have to pay Guy all that money, plus more for bringing him back on again, which is never brought up again though. So this ain't a happy ending. They're gonna end up poor on the street, probably gonna eat Marmaduke to survive. Anyway, Zeus gets angry and starts one off with a trophy, but look what I said came back.
Smell you later.
He then makes him one into a thing that's operating a cowboy, but it comes crashing down. Marmaduke saves the boy in the process and looks as though he dies. Oh, so sad. But of course, he ain't dead. The movie ends with a trippy thing, and then of course, he whaps. Ah, and done. Thank Christ.
I'm the biggest dog around.
Oh, thank Christ Almighty. Thank you, Lord, for finishing this movie. Oh, you know what the worst part about this movie is? It's not the worst thing I've seen. It's really not. And I don't know how. It's bad. It's racist. Got fart jokes. Got poop jokes. That go above and beyond. Inflation. Ugly characters. Such ugly character designs. Mostly bad voice acting. Not memorable music. Stupid plot with so many things mentioned that never comes back, like the money problem. And overall, it's just terrible to look at. But I hate that this isn't the worst thing I've seen. It's still a 2 out of 10 Foxes. Like, it was so bad that it just boggles the mind. It's not so bad it's good. It's just so bad that I can't explain how bad it is and how this movie is a thing in 2022. I think that's the key thing here. This was made in 2022. How? How? Because again, Gundam style. How? What? Huh? This has gone on long enough anyway. Hope you enjoyed the review. Please do give it a like. I will love you guys if you do. Please. And subscribe to my channel because I also love you guys. Very much appreciated. I deserve some likes after dealing with this movie. Hope you enjoyed, guys. And don't forget to hit that bell button. And this... I forgot my outro again, as I always do. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel because I love you if you do. Hit that bell icon. And VitoFox says, be who you want to be. Alright guys, bye for now. How is this movie a thing? How? So much racism.